It's been nearly 30 years since a professional soccer match was last played in Lexington, Kentucky. That decades-long hiatus comes to an end tonight as Lexington Sporting Club opens its home slate in 2023 by welcoming Forward Madison on this Saturday night in the Bluegrass State. It's USL League One on ESPN+. Hi everybody, John Gross with you as we get you set for this matchup. Let's take a look at the USL League One standings. And obviously still so early on in this season, but this gives you an idea of where these two teams are. Forward Madison, they've only played one League One match this season. It was a draw 2 weeks ago. Lexington SC, they've played a couple of times already, both losses, both by just 1 goal deficits. Taking a look at this Lexington SC team, Don Smart, he scored the first goal in club history in the opener. He was sent off in that match, so was suspended for last match. And while he will not start today, expect the most experienced player on this roster to be a key substitute for the home side. On the flip side, Forward Madison, hey, a season ago, they struggled to score goals. So what did the Mingos do this offseason? Well, they brought in one of the best goal scorers in League One, Christian Cheney. He scored in his League One debut, had 10 goals a season ago with his hometown Central Valley Fuego, a top 10 goal scorer in the league, and they're hoping that he can provide that spark in Madison this season. Well, a big one tonight in Lexington, Kentucky. History will be made. The first pro soccer match since 1995. Toyota Stadium, the site of this historic matchup between Lexington SC and Forward Madison. Kickoff and lineups next on ESPN+.
This is where worry turns into relief, where confusion turns into answers. This is where your family can turn to the experts for the big things and the little things. Extraordinary care is right here. UK Healthcare, the power of advanced medicine.
We all have goals. But let's be honest, most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Girls like you aren't runners, they said. Well, I wasn't.
Let's go ahead and get some pictures of that knee, okay?
6 months, down the drain. Give up?
Keep the rhythm going.
Or get up?
Perfect.
Who's not a runner now?
Good, we're gonna take it
You
up.
don't have to be an elite athlete to be treated like one. UK Healthcare, orthopedic surgery, and sports medicine, the power of advanced medicine.
Back here at Toyota Stadium, just about set for kickoff of this historic night, the inaugural home match for Lexington SC as they welcome in Forward Madison FC. Two teams make their way out of the pitch. We'll take a look at the starting 11 for these two squads. First for the home side in Lexington Sporting Club, the first season of this club's existence, led by Stam Stockley. Get a look at the starting 11. It is Austin Causey who again gets the start in net for this team. That duo up front of Balogun and Youth looking to be dangerous against Forward Madison. Balogun scored a goal against North Carolina his last time out. He also won the penalty in the season opener that set up the Don Smart PK. On the flip side, for Forward Madison, let's take a look at what Mac Laser has today. You look at this group 4 in the back for them, and it's Christian Cheney spearheading the squad up front with, as we talked about before, a dynamic goal scorer a season ago. And in the back row, Jacob Kroll leads the way. Last year, the FC Tucson man scored 2 goals and an assist. He should be a key part of a retooled back line for the Mingos here in 2023. Here we go, just about set. This historic night. It has been since 1995 that a pro soccer match was last played here. The Lexington Bluegrass Bandits of the USISL. That was the last pro soccer match in Lexington. Until tonight, Toyota Stadium at Georgetown College is the temporary home of this club until a soccer-specific stadium can be constructed. And away we go. Pro soccer is back in Lexington, Kentucky. As Nico Brown has it tapped out and a throw in on the way. A lot of excitement, a lot of energy in the air. This is a club that not only making their regular season debut, they didn't play any preseason matches at home either. 5 preseason matches on the road. 3 regular season matchups on the road as well. That includes an Open Cup fixture last time out for Lexington. A 1-0 loss against Lou City of the USL Championship. Certainly a valiant effort for them in that 1-0 defeat. As Atestiu paces towards the end line, and he wins a very early corner. First minute of action, and already a Lexington SC corner kick. As Tate Robertson, who assisted against North Carolina FC in Lexington's last League One match, will take it from the corner flag. Stam Stockley said that Tate's been off to a fantastic start this season. In swinging ball, headed away, and another corner kick on the way. This is a very young roster for Lexington. More than half of the roster, first or second season as pros. And again, it's Robertson. The ball popped out for a throw. There's Muhammad, Canadian. Looping feed, finds Nico Brown in stride. Brown tries to keep it off the end line, no whistle. Seemingly crossed it, but played out of there by Mauro Cicero. Inaugural home match for this club. This is a couple of years in the making. This was a club that was announced in October of 2021. Another throw-in coming for Lexington Sporting Club. Sam Stockley was brought on as the club's sporting director from its inception. And here they are, the home opener, as Muhammad tosses it inside the 18. And again cleared away by Cicero. Here's Muhammad. Paces with 2 forward Madison players alongside him, one of them being Stephen Payne. Payne, part of this upgraded back line for forward Madison that at times last year struggled to keep opponents out of the back of the net, but a slew of new faces in that unit. I think there can be an argument that forward Madison had one of, if not the best offseason in terms of signings out of anybody in League One. Talked about Christian Chaney in the open, what he brings up front for this squad. And of course, the new group in the back. Forward Madison 0-0-1. It's been 2 weeks since they played a match across all competition. Their Open Cup fixture against Chicago House was postponed to this upcoming Tuesday. Lone match this year for forward Madison, a 1-1 draw against Union Omaha 2 weeks ago. Matt Glazer said it obviously is not ideal that we've gone this long without playing after waiting an entire offseason and preseason to finally play once. But he said, hey, that's what you get with this Midwestern weather. Balogun. First touch of the day for Austin Causey. His third start of the season across all competition. It was Amal Knight, the Jamaican international, who started the opener for Lexington. But since then, it's been Causey. Brown goes down, no whistle. Forward Madison looking to maintain some semblance of possession. As Osmond has it taken away. Numbers here for Lexington. And a poor feed, caught by Lagoon, a bit behind. Green rolls through. Looping feed, able to switch fields to Nico Brown. For Greenville Triumph man. Now it's Diouf. Diouf lets it fly, and Diouf nearly put in a magnificent goal. It will be a goal kick on the way. Select is the official matchball supplier of the USL League One and many elite leagues throughout Europe. Visit www.selectsportamerica.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, the player's choice. Elevated feed towards Cheney. Owen Green the first one to it. And Cheney whistled for the foul. And a perplexed look on the face of one of the biggest signings in the league this season. You look back to last year, forward Madison just struggled to score. They were tied for last in goal scoring. That is in spite of some really efficient passing. So they go out and sign a guy like Christian Cheney, and he's somebody who Matt Glazer said forward Madison just has not had historically, that true number 9 up front. And having a guy like that gives this team a lot of confidence that they can create the chances to score and eventually finish it off. And a handball sent it the opposite direction. Well, as you see, a nice crowd on hand here at Toyota Stadium. Sam Stockley said there's just been a lot of buzz around this city. They've waited so long, as I mentioned before, 5 preseason matches, 3 regular season matches across all competition, all of them on the road, and finally at home. Lexington coming off of that Open Cup loss earlier this week against Lou City, 1-0 defeat. Going to pick up their first result of the season. Sachero opens things wide. Payne tiptoes the touchline. Payne plays one across. Payne's ball flutters over the head of Cheney. Stays in the attacking zone. Martinez, a bouncer! And it's sent just wide. Isidro Martinez, valiant effort for the midfielder. Spent the last 4 years at the USL Championship level. You can see the intent there from Payne. Trying to hook up with Cheney, but it's Martinez from the edge of the 18. He can be dangerous. Over 100 appearances at the USL Championship level over the last 4 seasons. Bernd Shipman controls our first look at Shipman today. Second start of the season for forward Madison, a guy who had trained with the club last year for 4 to 6 weeks. Here's a lovely ball to Payne. The speedy right back Payne, taken off of it on the end line, and a corner kick on the way for forward Madison. Muhammad on that tackle, played the full 90 against North Carolina in his 3rd start today against forward Madison.
Taking by Isidro Martinez.
And it is Isidro Martinez who will set it from the corner flag. Swinging ball for Martinez. Headed out of the 18, controlled by Gebhardt, and he is dispossessed. But a whistle, that will halt the action. You can see the look on Tate Robertson's face. He said, hey, let us play. Green lofts it deep, looking for Robertson. Kroll wins the header, and Robertson was offside. The opposite end, Cheney caught offside as well, so back and forth we go. Still so early on in the season. There is the forward flock. They travel well. Whoever their club goes, they'll be. And shout out to one of the great fan bases in American soccer. They're hoping that their club can make the postseason for the first time since 2019. There is Gebhardt, a returning player for Madison. Bouncing cross, Cheney redirects it just off target. And a rare missed opportunity for Christian Cheney. He'll bag that more times than not. Let's take another look at this. Just a skipping ball, and Cheney somehow left unmarked. And he is in disbelief that he could not bury that. Mac Laser said that just adding Cheney adds so much more variability in the way that his team can attack this season. It allows them to be so much more dangerous than they were a season ago. Talk about dangerous, tough back pass to Shipman, and under some duress, able to clear it. Elevated feed, Robertson again, offside. Robertson, former all-conference player at Bowling Green State University. Spent his last couple of years playing in NISA for Chattanooga and Stumptown. And that's really the trend for this Lexington side. A lot of unproven talent at the professional level, a lot of young players. But Sam Stockley said that was intentional. They only have one player on the roster over the age of 29. That is Dom Smart. Don is a 35-year-old. He is the oldest senior member of this roster. But Sam Stockley said it was intentional, that they brought in young guys. It's been fantastic so far. But having a young nucleus of this team, that is kind of what they want to build around. Huge part of their model. CS, very crafty player, given away. Diouf, the Senegalese midfielder, tripped up and thrown out of the way. There is a familiar name to forward Madison fans. Cesar Murillo just got rid of that pass. One of two former forward Madison players on this Lexington roster. Don Smart being the other one. In fact, Don Smart was the first ever pro signing in Forward Madison history back in 2018. Lagoon nearly the takeaway, instead whistled for the foul on Martinez. Lead by Lagoon, a Team of the Week honoree. Osmond powers it long. Osmond skipping ball. Rolls to Austin Causey. So far, it was really just that one Christian Cheney chance that was uber dangerous. That's the extent of the quality chances we've seen this far in this one. And a takedown. Will it be a booking? And a stern talking to Mauro Cicero. With a look at this replay. Oh, clearly a tug. Our match referee John Mato getting his 2 cents in with Mauro Cicero, the Venezuelan striker. Cicero, who spent his last 3 years with Charleston Battery, he is an intriguing prospect, a guy who has battled injuries throughout his career, former All-American at the collegiate level. He was a 29th pick by FC Dallas back in 2018. Another one of those bolstering pieces up front for Forward Madison. Flamini a lot under this one. Header won by Kroll. Forward Madison, a very new look roster, but they do have some consistency in terms of the coaching staff. Mac Laser back for his 2nd season. He said this lead up to this season, certainly a lot different than last year. Last year, a major learning experience. He also said this year he had the chance to get his guys in the door, the guys he wanted on this roster. He felt last year was a huge learning curve, and he expects year 2 for the dividends to pay. There is Mac Laser. Comes from a coaching family, played professionally in the US and in Finland. He said the biggest thing he learned from last season was simply the league itself. As League One fans know, this league is unlike any other league. And as he pointed out, it's the only league that he's heard of where you can lead the league in possession and finish 9th. For Madison, 7-11 and 12 last year in that 9th place spot. Just 3 points in the final 9 matches a season ago. They also got off to a slow start last year, just 1 win in the first 8 matches. And Cheney wins it back. Home faithful not too pleased with that. Well played though by Forward Madison. Here's Payne, space to work with. Chips one centrally. And it's volleyed out of there by Muhammad. Kroll keeps it in the attacking end. And a tackle from behind. Jimmy Mel whistled for the foul. All-league selection last year with Chattanooga Red Wolves. Another one of those high-level signings for forward Madison. Here's another look. And just came in from behind. John Motto quick to blow the whistle. Good to see Balogun on his feet. Scored that goal last time out against North Carolina FC. In fact, that was the only shot on target for his squad. Beautiful ball! And it's just wide. Atest Diouf has come oh so close, not once, but twice. And he gives a deserving thumbs up for that feed. Would have been an acrobatic finish. It starts with the ball from Dlamini. And Diouf just unable to tuck it home. South African midfielder, a lovely ball to the Senegalese midfielder. Nice interception here. Robertson central for Diouf, who just missed moments ago. And his feed inadvertently hit Balogun. You can see some of the creativity that this side has shown so far. They have pieces. And they have, yeah, they might be winless this season in 3 matches across all competitions, but they have not been run off the pitch. All 3 fixtures, just 1 goal defeats, including a 1-0 loss against Lou City. A nice back heel by Robertson. There's one back by Martinez. Bit of a heavy touch. And a whistle. Martinez with the turf. Martinez, good to see him back on his feet. You get a good look at these forward Madison kids. Year in, year out. I mean, I'd say best kits, not just in League One. They have some of the best kits in all of American sports. I'm a big fan of pink. They do it better than any other team in pro sports. Being able to settle. Former Richmond kicker standout. Oh, nice turn by Macias. Options here. Martinez rolls wide. Numbers running centrally. Is there something building here for forward Madison? Well done by Kalen Fox, the Kentucky native, to play it out. Gebhardt, though, so dangerous at creating for his side. Here is Gebhardt once again. Mac Laser said he asked him to come into camp a little bit more fit this year than last year. And he said he answered that call with flying colors. And that fitness level has been in full display in the early goings here in 2023. Brown battled off of it, and a whistle. Fox pressed hard by Jaden Onan. Rio powers long, a foot race to it. Balogun wins it. And a good recovery. He was seemingly the first one to get there, and it's Mitch Osmond who got a foot in there instead. Osmond, the second-year captain for this squad, as do you. Races centrally, flicks it wide. Owen Green now. Here's Machel. Charlie Machel. His feet intercepted and controlled by Gebhard. And a challenge. It is Machel in that captain band. And got a clip on there, and Machel whistled for the foul. Guy who came up through the Newcastle United Academy. He's a native of Newcastle, England. Spent last year in Tucson. Macias, skies ahead. Cheney got a head on it, and it's cleared away. Gebhard, space to work with. That is a dangerous proposition for the opposition. Here's a cross, towering ball. Cheney keeps it in the box. Murillo heads it out of the 18. And Gebhard taken down, no whistle. Kroll blast from distance. Comes out to Payne. Payne works centrally. Sachero with the left, and Sachero's shot is snagged by Austin Causey. Mauro Sachero, his first start as a Mingo. He can be really dangerous. A guy who had high prospects coming out of SMU in college, two-time first-team All-American. But injuries have impacted his career, looking to get back into form after 3 seasons with Charleston Battery at the USL Championship level. Highly skilled talent. A big presence up front, 6'5". Roll quickly in the throw-in. Gebhard looking for Onan, instead it's Martinez who takes it, and another stop for Austin Causey. Causey looking to regroup the troops, but forward Madison finding some success up front. It's Martinez, that last blast. After first 5 or so minutes controlled by Lexington. It's really been forward Madison the aggressors since then. Payne, and centrally for Sachero. Sachero trying to hook up with Onan, just not quite at the same page. Slamini, the South African midfielder, leaving Cheney in the dust. Fox picks out a target. Fox hooks up with his man. It's Muhammad, who had a toe on it, but not much more than that. High press here from Lexington. Cias really gave it away. Cheney does give it away. Machel skies ahead, and Osmond able to clear it. Cheney keeps it in. Both these squads looking for their first win of the season. In fact, Lexington in search of its first results as a club. 0-2 in League One play, also lost in Open Cup action earlier this week. Forward Madison will move into Open Cup action on Tuesday when they welcome Chicago House. Winner of that will take on Chicago Fire of MLS. Green, volleys on, finds Robertson, flag stays down. Robertson cuts it back, Robertson's cross, finds the foot of Diouf, and Diouf hoofs it over the frame. Atess Diouf continues to find himself in some very threatening areas. That is now his third shot of the match. Lovely ball from Robertson. Diouf just hasn't had that finishing touch today, but he has found himself in all the right places. You can see as soon as he hit that, it would be a bit high. Diouf, he has a USL pedigree, quite the successful pedigree at that. Last year, 5 starts and 11 appearances for USL Championship winners San Antonio. As Martinez finds a pocket of space. Through for Gebhard. Gebhard slices. Gebhard finds Cheney. Cheney couldn't get it off, and Cheney is whistled for the foul. Gebhard, certainly the right idea to find Cheney. And it's the former forward Madison man, Murillo, who was fouled. Diouf again wins it. Robertson wide, Robertson options, Robertson's cross! Picked up by Shipman. Did he knock it over the end line? That's the question. Or was it already out? And it will be a corner. This will be the third for Lexington SC. Diouf continues to do damage. He won that ball initially. Across from Robertson, took a deflection, made its way over the end line. Here is the third corner kick of the night for Lex Sporting. This, the first from the far corner flag. And it's Tariq Muhammad who will take it. In swinger from the lefty, Muhammad's ball to the back post. Balagoon could not settle. Stays here with Lex Sporting. Lamini, lovely ball. Robertson dances, marked by Kroll. Robertson has been very active on that right flank. Try to work it right back to Robertson. Can't do so as Kroll keeps it in play and hooks up with Cheney. Zachero, skies ahead. Causey comes well off his line, open net. And luckily for the home side, forward Madison unable to maintain possession. Certainly a gamble from Causey, but it pays off. Sporting manager Sam Stockley said that the performances have been there. The results may not have been there for his side this far, pardon me, but the performances have been. He feels it's only a matter of time before they pick up some results. Loves his team's mindset and attitude as Robertson works on Gebhard. Machel flicks back to Robertson, lovely idea. Robertson rolls centrally, Brown redirects, a kick save from Shipman, and it's off the top of the crossbar and out. Diouf could not tuck it home again. Burton Shipman, remarkable save. Look at this builds up. It starts with a play from Machel and Nico Brown. A surefire goal, one would think, but Shipman denies it with his left foot. And the follow-up attempt, again it's Diouf who cannot convert. The volley. Wow. The moments have been there for both teams. Both sides have had goal-scoring chances. Nothing to show for it just yet. The offside flag was raised, so it stays with forward Madison. It's feed to Onan. Onan out wide to Payne. Payne works one-on-one. Payne gets the cross in around Brown, and Causey high points it. Stephen Payne, another one of those major additions for forward Madison. And you talked to Mac Laser about the focal points this offseason. He said two things. Number one, wanted to defend or bolster the goal scoring, of course, right? This is a team that finished tied for last in goals scored last year, but he also wanted to bolster the back line and goalkeeping. They were second in the league in XG against a season ago, but conceded the third most goals. So they went out, picked up some key pieces to the back line, and outside of Mitch Osmond, there's a new look back grouping, and it's a back line of 4 this season. Take a look back, Martinez got fouled here. Osmond, mile high ball, headed out. Inching towards 40 minutes played in this first half. Both sides have had moments. Forward Madison, 5 shots, 2 on target. Lexington, 6 shots, 1 on frame. Boot from Shipman. Ball takes a hop. And Cicero whistled for the foul. Look at the targets up front for forward Madison. Cicero 6'5". You have Cheney at 6'2" and extremely physical. Both guys extremely physical. Two big presences in the 18 and goal-scoring areas. Of course, Nazim Bartman on this club as well. Different type of player up front. A guy who has found success with forward Madison. Payne making a run, makes himself available. Payne works centrally, not the best ball, and Murillo with ease cuts it away. Cesar Murillo in his debut for Lexington in League One play. Spent last year with forward Madison after stops in Greenville and with North Texas. Payne wiggles his way centrally. Cheney, been out of position. His cross blocked by Muhammad. Macias leaves it for Martinez. Martinez lost it, won back by Robertson. Inside the final 5 minutes of this first 45. The inaugural home match for Lexington Sporting Club. It's a nearly 30-year hiatus of pro soccer in this city, which is the second largest city in Kentucky. 1995 was the final season of the Lexington Bluegrass Bandits of the USISL. That was the last pro soccer club to play in Lexington. Here's Payne, Onan making a run on his right. Instead works it back to Macias. Payne. Macias once more. Gebhard. Back to Kroll. Forward Madison gives it away. Balagoon. Defense quickly converges on him. Balagoon somehow stays on it just for the moment. This high presses caused a bit of issues for Madison. This time able to break through it with ease. Long ball, Gebhard in stride. Can't quite get there. Fans don't miss a minute of the action in 2023. Whether your club is on the road or at home, catch nearly every second of USL League One action on ESPN+, the home to the USL, MLS, La Liga, the Bundesliga, UFC, and more. Sign up today at plus.espn.com. We're so happy to have all of you joining us today on ESPN+, wherever you may be tuning in from. John Gross with you on this Saturday evening. This historic night in Lexington, Kentucky. Lexington Sporting Club's inaugural home opener at Toyota Stadium, the campus of Georgetown College. Against a forward Madison squad 2 weeks removed from its last match. Pressure applied on Shipman, but calmly disposes of it. Indications suggest 1 minute of added time in what has been a fairly free-flowing first half. Haven't seen many stoppages. Thus far, combined 11 shots, 3 of which have been on target. Two of which have come from this new looked forward Madison squad. As Fox here's to some Green. His ball deflected back to Machel. Machel. Wide, flicked down by Green to Robertson. Tries the back heel, ends up with Martinez. Gebhard now. Get a counter, Gebhard through, and nothing more than that.
1 minute time will be kept on the pitch.
Fox lofts it ahead. Kroll volleys it back where it came from. Winding down to this first half of action. No score, but we did see some action. Muhammad looking for one last gasp here. Drake Muhammad tripped up and a free kick awarded. This will likely be the final possession of this first half. It's Stephen Payne whistled for the foul. Such a versatile player. Today you see him a bit more in the middle of the pitch, but can certainly play in the back. I think that's the big thing with this forward Madison squad. There is versatility on this roster. After a very impressive offseason. Robertson and Muhammad, the two who stand alongside it. And it is Tate Robinson, a low curler, not the best of balls. And that will wrap up the first half of action. The first 45 minutes in Toyota Stadium's Lexington Sporting Club history in the books. There is no score to show for it. A couple of sides who had a handful of chances, unable to find the back of the net. And an intriguing first 45 minutes in the books here in Lexington. Well, 6 shots for the home side, just 1 on target. Forward Madison, they had a couple of opportunities as well, but through it all, it is 0-0 in the first half of the first ever meeting between these two clubs, Lexington Sporting Club and Forward Madison, on this historic Saturday evening in Lexington, Kentucky. We'll be back with some halftime highlights, news and notes, and more. Stick with us live on ESPN+.
Girls like you aren't runners, they said. Well, I wasn't.
Let's go ahead and get some pictures of that knee, okay?
6 months, down the drain. Give up
Keep the rhythm going.
or get up?
Perfect.
Who's not a runner now?
Good, we're gonna take it
You
up.
don't have to be an elite athlete to be treated like one. UK Healthcare, Orthopedic Surgery, and Sports Medicine. The power of advanced medicine.
Oh, that one a good strike, and he finds the back of the net. For Ownby. Ownby cuts it back. Ownby's cross to the back post. Dead! How about that start from Louisville City?
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
This is where worry turns into relief, where confusion turns into answers. This is where your family can turn to the experts for the big things and the little things. Extraordinary care is right here. UK Healthcare, the power of advanced medicine.
The inaugural home opener for Lexington Sporting Club and the home faithful, they've come out in full force. It's been a fun atmosphere tonight at Toyota Stadium as week 4 of the USL League One season begins on this Easter weekend. Week 3 was jam-packed of action as well. Let's take a look back at what we saw last weekend. Let's take a look back at week 3 of the USL League One slate. We start things off in Richmond, Virginia, a packed City Stadium. 13th minute, some beautiful interplay here. Dane Kelly finds the captain, Clay Dimmick. He takes care of the rest. 1-0 Charlotte Independence. Celebration on the road. That'll make the visiting fans happy. But the home fans, they found something to celebrate here. A beautiful ball in, and Owain Gordon, a proven goal scorer in League One. A returner for this Richmond Kicker squad. Heads at home. We are level in the 25th minute. Owain Gordon surely knows how to fire up the home faithful, but disaster would strike. 62nd minute. It is an own goal. Michael Hornsby. This is the decisive moment of the match. The Jacks claim 3 points on the road in this border showdown. Moving along, the first ever meeting, North Carolina FC and Lexington SC. And who doesn't love early goals? How about a 5th minute goal? Khalid Balagoon off the feed from Kate Robertson gets the party started early. And the first-year side in front on the road against North Carolina. But just minutes later, 14th minute, in fact, an own goal again in this match now. Off the set piece, Owen Green, first year with Lexington, coming from Tormenta, disastrous. That tied things 1-1. And then the 73rd minute, first year North Carolina FC man, Rafa Mensingen, a wheeling finish. It is the winner. 2-1 the final. This beautiful spin and tuck as Rafa Mensingen gets the job done. Always able to find the camera and work those celebrations in. And North Carolina FC claims a 2-1 victory over Lexington SC. Central Valley Fuego on the road in Tennessee against Chattanooga Red Wolves. How about this save? Mitch North in net for Fuego. Wow. Complete denial. Lays out and stops quite the strike from outside the 18. That keeps things level. Mitch North, strong start to the season for Fuego. But the visitors had to get the attack going, and they did. Alexis Cerritos, look at this finish. Boom! Cerritos on the move, does it all by himself, unassisted. 1-0 the final as he opens his account in the 63rd minute. Fuego claims 3 points on the road in Chattanooga. Happy bunch coming across the country from California. And last but certainly not least, the reigning champs, South Georgia Tormenta, welcoming Northern Colorado. And wow, we saw an avalanche of goals. Not 1, not 2, but 3. This one in from Arthur Rogers, finished off by Rob Cornwall. A rare goal for the center back. 1-0 in the 25th minute. 76th minute, Norte settles, rolls, gets the deflection, and he puts it in the back of the net. 2-0 in front off a beautiful feed from Stefan Lukic. And the visitors, a comfortable cushion, up 2-0. And then 83rd minute, the party continues. Ahead in effort, Marky Hernandez finds the back of the net. 3-0 Northern Colorado. And he's another one to show off the dance moves. Well, they wanted a clean sheet, and that was in jeopardy. Penalty kick awarded to Tormenta, but look here. Edward Delgado says no, as it just misses the pipe. 3-0, Northern Colorado victorious. Let's take a look at USL League One news and notes.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals. We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Girls like you aren't runners, they said. Well, I wasn't.
Let's go ahead and get some pictures of that knee, okay?
6 months, down the drain. Give up
Keep the rhythm going.
or get up?
Perfect.
Who's not a runner now?
Good, we're gonna take it
You
up.
don't have to be an elite athlete to be treated like one. UK Healthcare, Orthopedic Surgery, and Sports Medicine, the power of advanced medicine.
Taking a look at some USL League One news and notes, and some big news in the Midwest. Union Omaha re-signing 2022 Goalkeeper of the Year, Rashid Nuhu, a multi-year contract extension. It's been something they've worked on for a while, that across the finish line. A schedule update for you as well. Knoxville and Omaha, that match that was rescheduled or postponed from last week, it will be played on Tuesday, July 18th at 7:30 Eastern. And lastly, hey, it's Cup set season, folks. A slew of USL League One squads pulled off some upsets over USL Championship opponents in the second round of the US Open Cup. And speaking of Open Cup action, let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for USL League One matches in the third round. Now, one match that's not on here, Forward Madison, their second round match will be this upcoming Tuesday against Chicago House. But as you see, 5 teams USL League One, they've already punched their ticket into the third round of the US Open Cup, and some midweek fixtures on the way. Let's take a look at our Week 3 Team of the Week, presented by eFootball. Rafa Mensingen scoring his first goal as a member of North Carolina FC. He is the Player of the Week. Other than that, you get a look at this list, a nice mix of representatives. The only representative from this match is Khalid Balogun from Lexington Sporting. This is not the only match going on as we speak. Taking a look around USL League One. One other match already at halftime. North Carolina FC and that in-state showdown 1-0 lead over Charlotte Independence. 0-0 in the other 2 fixtures that are currently going on. One more match still to play tonight. Central Valley Fuego will welcome Union Omaha. We'll have that for you on ESPN Plus later this evening. And then later on, we move on to Week 5. A midweek fixture, one Knoxville, Central Valley Fuego on Wednesday, and then a quartet of matchups next Saturday. All of those matches can be seen live on ESPN+. Halftime here in Lexington, 0-0 the score. We'll be back with second half highlights and more after this.
This is where worry turns into relief, where confusion turns into answers. This is where your family can turn to the experts for the big things and the little things. Extraordinary care is right here. UK Healthcare, the power of advanced medicine.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Girls like you aren't runners, they said. Well, I wasn't.
Let's go ahead and get some pictures of that knee, okay?
6 months, down the drain. Give up
Keep the rhythm going.
or get up?
Perfect.
Who's not a runner now?
Good, we're gonna take it
You
up.
don't have to be an elite athlete to be treated like one. UK Healthcare, Orthopedic Surgery, and Sports Medicine, the power of advanced medicine.
Making our way to the second half of action. It's been a fun atmosphere so far at Toyota Stadium. Let's take a look back at the first half between these two squads on this Saturday evening in Lexington, Kentucky. We start things off with a strike by Isidro Martinez that was parried away by Austin Causey. One of a handful of shots on target from this forward Madison squad that found themselves in some dangerous moments in the attacking third. Some solid build-up play. This time Jacob Kroll sprays one across, and Christian Cheney, rare miss from just outside of the keeper box. Unable to finish that time. But the opportunities continued. Martinez that time finding the chest of Austin Causey. On the flip side, nice build-up play here. This was the best moment that we saw for Lexington Sporting Club, but wow, Vern Shipman, kick save. Elite play by the keeper. Nico Brown thought he had one, and the left foot of Shipman says, no, you do not. So 0-0 is the score, despite a handful of chances by both of these squads in the first 45 minutes of action. But we still have 45 minutes left to play in the inaugural home opener at Lexington Sporting Club. Forward Madison in town. And here we go. Underway, final 45 minutes. Teams will switch sides. It's Nico Brown, who tries to dance through traffic, taken off of it by Isidro Martinez. So happy to have all of you with us for our ESPN Plus broadcast today as Cheney works ahead of the pack, and Cheney's blast off target, but he was offside anyway. Christian Cheney, first year forward Madison man. A proven USL League One finisher. In fact, Player of the Month nominee. After scoring an acrobatic goal and for Madison's opener against Union Omaha. Nearly the match winner as well in a bicycle kick. But Rashid Nuhu had a really good save to keep things level. As Brown streaked past the back line, but first a whistle. Nico Brown, who came oh so close to a goal in that first half. Back starts for Brown. It's just the second match of the season for forward Madison. It's been 2 weeks since they last played. Matt Glazer said he knew that this would be a tough one, given the fact that it's the home opener for Lexington Sporting Club. He knew that the opponents would be fired up, and he said the big thing for his side today is they have to match the intensity. I think we've seen that so far from forward Madison. Macias tried to lay one wide for Gebhardt, couldn't do so. And now Macias whistled for the foul. It's Pila Flamini wincing in pain, and it is our first booking of the match. And Macias shown a yellow.
Yellow card. Assessed to forward Madison's number 23,
Macias.
Messias.
Spent last year in the German 4th division after a stint with Hartford Athletic in USL Championship. Get another look back at this. Pretty clear foul by the Londoner. Matt Glazer high in him as well. Said he's a very versatile midfielder. Loves his soccer IQ. Does want to see him improve his fitness a bit, but Flamini now being helped off the pitch. The South African midfielder on his first pro contract. You can see him working that right ankle. Sam Stockley very high on him. And Lexington offside. This match kicks off a 3-match home streak for the home squad today. They'll welcome South Georgia Tormenta next Saturday, as you saw during halftime. As Martinez skies one, header won by Muhammad. Quickly tossed in by the versatile Stephen Payne. Chance to counter. It's Flamini who lost it. Space to work with for Macias. Wide to Payne. Payne plays it across. And Fox had a piece of it to knock it out of the 18. Payne. Again, Akers to work with. Rolls for Sicero. His central feed is booted away by Fox. Dylan Fox, a guy who you'd expect to really anchor this back line, was such a critical piece of FC Tucson the last couple of seasons. Now he's back in his home state, a Louisville, Kentucky native. Onan, nice first touch. Wiggles his way free. Now it's Cheney. Cheney back to Onan. Nice 1-2. Cheney taken off of it. Jaden Onan recovers it for forward Madison. Finds Gebhardt. Onan. Switches fields. CS. Paces centrally. Kroll. It's Gebhardt. 1-on-1 with Robertson. Gebhardt. As Kroll making a run left, he finds Kroll. Kroll plays it across off the head of Cheney and off target. And continue to feed it inside the 18 to their big target. Look back at the build-up. Nice ball from Kroll. That is in spite of him being undercut. Finding Cheney in dangerous areas, and just knowing his background and the success that he's had as a goal scorer, you figure he is bound to score one. That ball was over the touchline. Nifty touch. Jaden Onan into a pocket of space. Onan rolls, takes a deflection, and heads out for a corner. Well, you just saw what Jaden Onan can bring to this team. Matt Glazer calls him a dynamic talent. That on full display. You would possibly like to see him work it wide to a Stephen Payne, who you saw at the top of your screen. Say, hey, I was open, feed me. It is a corner kick for forward Madison. And it's Martinez to take it. Out-swinging ball for Martinez. Finds Gebhard, who settles, curls. Gebhard just clears the crossbar. Really good ball, finds Gebhard. Admired the effort there. And the shots continue to come for forward Madison, who have been in complete control in the first 8+ minutes of the second half. And remember, they are well rested, especially compared to this Lexington SC club that has been very busy. They played an Open Cup match earlier in the week. Last week, played North Carolina, and some travel issues coming back from North Carolina. Were delayed, then had to take their bus 8 hours back from Raleigh to Lexington, as Robertson lost it over the touchline. They actually went to the airport at 4 a.m. Their flight was delayed. They were going to miss their connection, so they decided to stay the day in North Carolina, and then took an 8-hour bus ride back. Got back to Lexington Monday, trained that night, trained on Tuesday, played Lou City on Wednesday and lost only 1-0 against year in, year out, one of the top USL Championship sides. And here they are today in their home opener. And to make matters worse, that Lou City match, there was a pretty significant weather delay in that one as well. So it must be quite the relief for them that they have beautiful weather tonight in Lexington, as Gebhard works the touch line, stayed in play momentarily, and now creeps over the line. Oh, giveaway in the back by Machel. Here's Onan, slices through traffic. Onan wide for Gebhard. Back to Jaden Onan. Onan thought about it. Nice flick back towards Onan, but it's redirected out of there. And Diouf paces ahead for Lexington. Battling with Payne. And certainly a foul. Will it be a card? You can see John Motto saying that's two. That's two. Imagine next foul like that from Payne, we will see a yellow. That's just a situation of Payne breaking up a potential counter. Good sportsmanship shown right there. Have to appreciate that between Murillo and Cicero. Murillo, former forward Madison man who, funny enough, doesn't really have many teammates to say hi to from last year. So much roster turnover. A lot of new faces in Madison. Lost 5 of the 6 players who scored multiple goals for them a season ago. There's pieces in the midfield and the back line. In fact, Drew Connor just recently announced his retirement from soccer. We wish Drew all the best in his next endeavors, but Drew was a local guy, played at Wisconsin-Madison. Brings it back. They'll restart it from the 45-yard line. It's one of the benefits of playing in a football field is that you do get to see distances more accurately. This match being played at Georgetown College. Toyota Stadium, really nice venue, NAIA school. Paco Craig leads Miami FC into Kentucky to face Josh Winder and the reigning Eastern Conference winners, Louisville City FC. Don't miss the start of the new season of the USL on ESPN Saturday, May 13th at 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. Certainly a big fixture at the USL Championship level as Cheney stayed onside. Causey comes off his line, ball still in danger. Onan turns, chips, and hits the crossbar. Jaden Onan, that's 101 back. By no means an easy conversion, but a fine ball finds Cheney. You have to like what Causey did there to at least come off his line and break it up. And Onan with Causey well off his line, just missed it. Looks like he had a man to his left as well. Went goalward and could not convert. Oh, really good ball ahead. Balogun stayed onside. Balogun, another great save and another effort to keep it off the end line. This time it's Kroll, and now contact inside the 18. Is this a foul? Machel pleading. Machel being sent away by John Mano. And now a yellow's been shown. Charlie Machel being shown a yellow, seemingly for dissent. Captain being ushered away by Cesar Murillo. Let's get a look back at this. Oh, great ball to Balogun, who stayed onside. And again, it's that left foot of Shipman, keeping it out of the back of the net. Jacob Kroll did a fine job as well to keep it off the end line. Here's a corner kick. Swinging ball, fisted away. And a whiff on the attempt by Dlamini. This could open up a counter. It is Gebhardt who speeds ahead for forward Madison. Has Onan on his right. Balogun tracks back and lays him out. What a recovery by Khalid Balogun. We talked about him as a goal scorer on multiple occasions today, but you see his absolute effort. Mel finds Macias. Macias with room to work with. Offers for Payne. Macias. Mel lays on for Payne. Payne plays it across. His ball headed away by Fox. Deflects back out. A lefty effort. Works its way back to Kroll. Resets now to Gebhardt. Gebhardt tries to power it across. Blocked away by Robertson. Robertson, who's been fairly quiet this half compared to the first. Through ball, Balogun, a foot raise. Osmond is there. He is so sturdy in that back line for forward Madison. There's a reason why they brought him back. There's a reason why he's the anchor of this back line. He's top 2 on this team defensively last year in a slew of statistical categories. It's the ability and the leadership that makes him so critical to this forward Madison squad. Here's Sachero. Room to operate. Onan now. Onan with Gebhardt on his left. Onan finds Gebhardt. Gebhardt keeps it in play. His cross defended well by Owen Green. And Robertson able to deflect it out for a throw. And we continue to see Jaden Onan receive the ball in dangerous areas. That time did get rid of it, and he found Gebhardt. Will be a bit heavy on the feed, but there was something there. It seems that there is a bright spot there for forward Madison. And you look at the fact that this is only the second match of the season for the visitors. Nice touch to Robertson, but just a bit out of his reach. There's Derek Gebhardt, another one of those guys who is a returner in his third season now with forward Madison. Assist in that 1-1 draw against Union Omaha. Martinez down from behind. Nice 1-2 to Gebhardt, who works centrally as Cheney on his left, works it wide right to Payne. Payne dances back, now Macias. I think a shot actually came off of Payne. And it's cleared away. Osmond all over, and there is a yellow on Osmond as he brings Balogun down to the turf, which Osmond has been booked. Balogun gave Osmond a piggyback ride. Man from the land down under, shown a yellow.
Forward Madison FC yellow card. Assist to number 4, Mitchell Osmond.
Second year captain of this team. Here's Fox. Sam Stockley likes what Fox can do in the middle of the pitch. Robertson. Mitchell. Green through towards Robertson, couldn't get a touch on it, and Shipman races on it. Shipman, an interesting story. Last year was a member of Thai League side Ratchaburi, but did not play. So he is still getting back in the swing of things. Trained with forward Madison for about 4 to 6 weeks last season. The Mac Glazier said he's still working his way back into being as sharp as he could possibly be. They've seen improvement from Shipman so far, and he has looked really good today. A couple of high-level kick saves. Some moments that seem to be surefire goals for Lexington. Raced by the left foot of Shipman. I think one more kick save. We might have to start the Emiliano Martinez comparisons. And Shipman might be tested again as Machel back heels to Robertson. Robertson plays it across, and there is Shipman, this time using his hands. Payne going to the turf. Yellow's been pulled.
Yellow card. Assist to LSC's Khalid Balogun.
It is Khalid Balogun. Second LSC player to have been booked today. Look back at this replay. Kroll, play's been long. Onan able to settle. Approaching the 70th minute of this one. Still scoreless. There have been no shortage of opportunities, however. The second half has been controlled by forward Madison. I think if you're Mac Glazer, you have to be somewhat pleased, at least with the opportunities that your side has created and the dangerous moments they've generated. Now, just about finding the back of the net. Forward Madison hoping to spoil the inaugural home opener for Lexington Sporting Club. CS finds Cheney. Causey under some pressure. That's all he could do. Quickly in for Kroll. Onan was offside as Kroll tries to work it across. The throw in coming. 70 minutes into this one, we have yet to see a substitution. And there's a whistle. Cicero committed the foul, and Cicero is shown a yellow. So yellow card in the Venezuelan forward.
FC yellow card, assessed 14. Mauro Cicero.
See upends Flamini. Cicero, talked about him before. There were high prospects for him throughout his college career, but some injuries, including an ACL tear late in his senior season, dropped his draft stock. Gonna get back to his previous form with forward Madison as Brown races after it. Mel jars it out for a throw. Brown, Lagoon dances through traffic, still Balagoon. Diouf now. Diouf pops it goalward, and off a deflection, it's brought in by Bernd Shipman. Diouf was a busy man in that first half. Haven't said his name a whole lot this half. Possession stats heavily in favor of forward Madison, over 56%, as Onan cuts it back on Fox. Onan, oh, you can see the idea from Cheney trying to thread it back to Onan. Onan, a guy that Mac Glazer said is just getting used to living in the US. This is his first time playing outside of his native England. He's adjusting in that regard. But for forward Madison, we've seen some solid things from the young player who came through the Chelsea Youth Academy, in addition to Crystal Palace, Brighton, and Brentford. We'll look at some of the home faithful. Packed house tonight at Toyota Stadium at Georgetown College here in Kentucky. They're a part of history First pro soccer match at home in Lexington since 1995. It was the Lexington Bluegrass Bandits of the USISL. Hard nearly gave it away. We'll head down to LSC. Roman Green needs a second here. And I don't want to speculate why. But based on the visuals, I think we all may know why. To see a smile on his face after that. Balagoon, nice spin. Balagoon upended, and here comes a free kick. Lexington, they've been quiet on the attacking end this half. Final 15 or so minutes of the match. Is this the moment that they break through? Muhammad stands over it. 76th minute. Ball in from Muhammad, curling goalward, headed off target. It was Fox who had his head on it. That's the man you want in a situation like that. An imposing aerial figure. And it took 76 minutes, but we have our first substitution of the match. Jaden Onen, a solid performance today. He makes his way off. We'll get some instruction from Mac Laser. And he's replaced by a returning forward Madison player in the midfield, Andrew Wheeler-Amunu. 27 starts a season ago, a goal and 3 assists last year for the Mingos. The former Harvard captain. It's on for his second appearance of the season as Macias has space. Offers wide, now it's Sachero with the left. Sachero off the woodwork. Mauro Sachero. In a 3-on-3 situation, it was perfectly executed by forward Madison. Oh, and just skipped off that back post. Quality of chances, they've been there today. Forward Madison. It's Robertson has the interception. Rolls for Muhammad. Muhammad tries to work around 2 defenders. And Payne wins that battle, so reliable. Payne along the touchline. Feed intercepted by Murillo. Robertson, a toe on it. Now it's Owen Green. Owen Green's ball knocked away and scooped up by Jacob Kroll. The chances, they just haven't been there this half for Lexington. There's 3 shots this half. There's 6 in the first half. Still ample time for one of these two sides to break through. First ever meeting between these clubs. There's a foot race. Brown hustles after it. And Tim Mel did about all he could with it. That is skied out of play. Here comes the corner. It is Tate Robertson to take it. 5th corner kick of the night for Lex Sporting. '80th minute. The inaugural home opener. It's now Tariq Muhammad who will stand over at the corner flag, who played for the Canadian youth national team at 3 different levels. Robertson. Muhammad now. Muhammad taken down, whisked off of it, and it's Macias who paces ahead. Macias, oh, a great slide tackle to break up the counter, but still something in the works for forward Madison. Gebhard works the left flank, dances. Gebhard, central, teed up for Martinez, and it's off target. Did it take a deflection? He said it did. There seemed to be spin on it that indicated it hit something, but it will be a goal kick. Matt Glazer perplexed. From the naked eye, it did look like it hit something. I should say somebody. Nice win by Doof. Nico Brown now. Robertson works his way around one. Robertson, good slide tackle from Wheeler Amunu. Inside the final 10 minutes of this one. So happy to have all of you with us on ESPN Plus, wherever you may be tuning in from. Shout out to all of those at the Forward Club up in Madison, at the Forward Madison Watch Party. Macias connects with Cicero. Gebhard. Gebhard curls. Gebhard. That ball had some real life to it. Gebhard continuously has been left on an island with Green. So crafty, so creative. He scored 6 goals, 4 assists in his tenure entering this season. That now up to 6 goals and 5 assists in his now 3+ years as a member of Forward Madison. And Cicero commits the foul. He has to be careful. He already has 1 yellow. Murillo floats it deep. And Balagoon came in from behind, and now some jawing. Balagoon and Mel the ones in the initial scuffle. And John Motto will look to break this up quickly before anything extracurricular beyond that occurs. Balagoon already has a yellow. Let's see how this is handled. Gonna call the captains over. Just gonna chat with Timmy Mel. You see the intensity on John Motto's face, our match referee. He's having none of it. Well, no cards, just a stern talking to. Late game magic for either one of these squads, both in search of win number 1 in 2023. Oh, not the best of balls from Cicero. Mohamed elevates, played very well by Osmond. Back line of forward Madison has been impressive today. This is a group with some real defensive versatility, both in the back line and in the midfield. We've talked a lot about Payne and what he brings to this team. He can fit multiple roles. That was one of the areas that Mac Glazer and this front office really tried to address in the offseason. Shore things up in the back. There's Gebhardt. Gebhardt into space, rolls, Macias goes down. No whistle. Sixth minute, we have yet to see a substitution for Lexington. This is a club that just played on Wednesday. Don Smart, one of the pieces on the bench, we highlighted him in the pre-match as somebody who could be key for this club. The first ever signee in forward Madison history, in fact. A member of Lexington Sporting Club. See if Sam Stockley does make any changes in the waning moments. Foot race. Osman taps it out. Just 3 shots this half for the home side. Robertson's feed intercepted, read perfectly. Either Amunu has it jarred away. It'll head down to the visitors. And here are some changes. Drew Patterson enters for Khalid Balagoon for Lex Sporting. Balagoon getting a warm round of applause. Will Bainham, the Australian, heads on. And for the visitors, it's Francis Jeannot-Baptiste, who enters up front, replaces Mauro Cicero. The English forward makes his forward Madison debut. The man whose previous stops included 39 appearances in the Swedish First Division with Mostersund scored 5 goals for them from 2019 to 2022.
18 Drew Patterson into the LSC line.
East out of the Crystal Palace Academy.
Along with 9 Will Bainham.
Patterson makes his debut for Lex Sporting. Bainham, his 3rd appearance, 2nd as a substitute. Here's Nico Brown. Sprinted to some space. Brown. Back for Green. Brown able to work around Osmond, who quickly gets back onto his feet. Diouf taken off of it by Amunu. Off to ball towards the fresh legs of Jeannot Baptiste. Nothing to show for it. Kroll, skies ahead. Macias able to settle. Gebhard. Back to Kroll. Martinez leaves it for Payne. Payne. Wheeler Munu. Kroll. Skies ahead. Finds that of Cheney. Again, just wide. Christian Cheney continues to find himself with goal-scoring opportunities. Lovely ball from Kroll. Cheney, I mean, few guys in the league can get up there like he can. Fortunately for his forward Madison side, just unable to convert. The 90th minute. There will be 4 minutes of added time. 4 minutes, which still provides plenty of time for these two squads to get something. If this result stands, it will be Lex Sporting's first ever results. They're currently 0-2 in League One play. They're forward Madison, the visitors 0-1. They do have 1 point to their name. Cheney, upended, no whistle. Here's Patterson. Patterson angled out. Will be a throw for Lex Sporting. Entering now in the 92nd minute of action. Mohamed plays one in. Oh, Mohamed was hunting a goal. Tariq Mohamed, you have to appreciate the decision there in a half that has seen the options be few and far between for this Lex Sporting squad. You have a window, take it. Elevated ball from Kroll towards Cheney, who wins it. Cannot hold on to it. Here is Diouf. Diouf, Martinez riding him. Works it wide, kept in by Brown. Brown paces around Kroll. Nico Brown lays one into the box, and the volley is off. Patterson was hoping to be the substitute hero. Could not do so. Lovely run from Brown. Good cross. Patterson could not direct it goalward. Drew Patterson, his debut. The man who played collegiately at both Marist and Cal Poly. Sporting looking for something late. Brown taken off of it. One slide tackle from Kroll. During what we expect to be the final minute. Perhaps one last opportunity for the home side to claim 3 points in the inaugural home opener. Green. Thought about a long toss, instead plays it short. Brown. Back to Green. Green's cross, deflected. And cleared away. Muhammad blasted out of the park. Maybe one last build up for forward Madison. Kroll plays one across. His cross headed, and that is it. The inaugural home opener for Lex Sporting. The two managers exchange hugs. 0-0 the final. Lex Sporting claims its first ever point as a club here in USL League One. Moving to 0-2-1. Meanwhile, forward Madison, its second point in as many matches with now 2 draws. 0-0 the final. Stay tuned for our post-game after this on ESPN+.
Like you aren't runners, they said. Well, I wasn't.
Let's go ahead and get some pictures of that knee, okay?
6 months, down the drain. Give up
Keep the rhythm going.
or get up?
Perfect.
Who's not a runner now?
Good, we're gonna take it
You
up.
don't have to be an elite athlete to be treated like one. UK Healthcare, Orthopedic Surgery, and Sports Medicine. The power of advanced medicine.
Oh, that one a good strike, and he finds the back of the net. For Ownby. Ownby cuts it back. Ownby's cross to the back post. Dead! How about that start from Louisville City?
This is where worry turns into relief, where confusion turns into answers. This is where your family can turn to the experts for the big things and the little things. Extraordinary care is right here. UK Healthcare, the power of advanced medicine.
Well, the inaugural home opener is in the books. Pro soccer back in Lexington, Kentucky. 0-0 the final score between these two squads in their first ever meeting. Let's take a look back at the match that was between Lex Sporting and forward Madison. Start things off in the first half. This was the best opportunity that we saw probably for either team. Nico Brown sends it goalward, but Burnt Shipman. His first of a couple of key kick saves in this one. That left foot. Critical. And today's 0-0 draw for forward Madison. Well, later on in the match, second half, Austin Causey making a play. And this is one that Jaden Onan might want back. Oh, so close. It skims the crossbar. Open net. By no means an easy shot. He has to chip it over the keeper. Needs a perfectly weighted hit, but that could have been for forward Madison. And then later on, Balogun. Again, it's that left foot of Shipman. This time he gets some help from Jacob Kroll to clear it off the end line. Not one, but 2 chances for Balogun, who has already scored this season. The duo of Shipman and Kroll, the European duo, combining to keep things level. And then later on, oh, that finds the woodwork. Oh, so close. Mauro Sechero nearly buried one for forward Madison. A guy who I think is going to score a boatload of goals this season for the visitors. And then near the tail end, it was a substitute. Drew Patterson off a well-threaded feed from Nico Brown. Not meant to be. And both teams will head out today with a point apiece. Take a look at the stats. Possession dominated by forward Madison. That's how it felt, especially in the second half. Forward Madison +5 in shots, -1 in shots on target, but a lot of their shots had just missed frame. They had one that, of course, hit the post. Christian Chaney had some pretty good looks at things. They came close for Lex Sporting. Man, 3 shots on target. Pretty solid number there compared to what they had done in their first 2 League One matches. Struggled to create opportunities. Today, 11 shots for them. Certainly improvement in that regard. Well, it was a historic night in Kentucky at Toyota Stadium, but no goals were scored. 0-0 is the final, a hard-fought defensive battle in the first ever meeting between these 2 League One sides. They'll duke it out again later this season. Should be a fun one, but for now, tonight in Lexington, 0-0 is the final. For our entire crew, I'm John Gross saying so long. This has been USL League One on ESPN+.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League One.